Alright, welcome back to German with John Berlin, and in today's lesson we'll be doing a little theme which is called how to make compound words in German. What is a compound word? Now a compound word is basically when you take two or more words and put them together to make a new word. In German you call it a Kompositum, yes? So Kompositum, that is a compound word, could be built up in various ways. You either just take two or more nouns, put them together. You could take a noun, you could take a verb, put them together. You could take maybe an adjective or an adverb and a noun and put it together. Or it could be a combination of all of these three. So basically any kind of word which you make by making all these combinations is called Kompositum. Now in German, it's pretty easy to make compound words, and German is infamous for its big words. Those big words are nothing but compound words made up of number of words written together, and the idea is you just need to know how to identify them to understand them. Yes, so for now just let's have a look at these compound words and what are the rules we might need to learn. To make a compound word, the first thing is if we have two words, for example, der Tisch and the Decke. Tisch is a table and Decke could be the tabletop cover. Yes, the table cover. So if you want to say table cover, you can make a compound word and you could write these both words together like Tisch, Decke. Now I just wrote them together, and there is just one little problem, that there are two words and both have different articles. This is masculine, der Tisch, and Decke is feminine, die Decke. So which article should belong to this new noun, Tisch, Decke? The answer is the article of the last word. Yes, genau. The article of the last noun would be taken up by the new word. That is, the will become the new article of this word, the Tisch, Decke. Fantastic, yes. So similarly, we could do it for the others. Hand und Tasche. What's a Tasche? Tasche is a bag, and Hand is, as we all know, it's hand. So we just need to put them together. It becomes Hand, Tasche, and the article which we use is the die from Tasche, though it's also the same for Hande. So we write die Handtasche. Okay, moving forward, we have this combination between an adjective and a noun. Kühl is basically the adjective, and Schrank is basically, as I mentioned earlier, it's like a closet. Yes, so it's like, you could assume we are talking about a cold closet, which is the literal translation of, yes, it's a literal translation of a refrigerator. So we could write it together by writing here Kühl, der, which is the article of der, Kühlschrank. Perfect. Kühlschrank, and there is a umlaut here. Kühl. Perfect. Kühlschrank. Fantastic. And similarly, we could make a combination of a verb and a noun. The verb is sprechen, which means to speak, and partner is partner, so speaking partner. If you want to make a word with speaking partner, sometimes when we use verbs, we just take off the ending, en, sometimes just the n. So it depends from word to word. In this, we'll take off the en and simply write sprech. Yes, partner. And it'll become, take up the article of the last noun, der. So we'll write here, der Sprechpartner. Fantastic. Now we have even a bigger word. It's Bus, der Bus plus halten plus die Stelle. So basically der Bus is like the bus. Halten is a verb which means to stop, and Stelle is like position. Yes, so basically bus stop. Yes, bus stop position. Yes, bus stop. So let's see how we can build it. We'll begin with Bus. We'll take up the verb halten, and this time around we'll just take off n, not the en. We'll write Bus halte, and then the last noun Stelle, and the article will belong to the last noun, die. So it's die Bushaltestelle. Fantastic. So here were some words we did together. and I would recommend you do some of the others by yourself. I'll do a couple of more with you just to show you one more rule. Sometimes when you're putting two words together, you need to introduce a sound in between. That's very rare, but it certainly happens sometimes. And these are the sounds which you might need to introduce. They're called Fügezeichen, or in between sounds. Yes. Let's see how it looks like. For example, the word is Kind and Zimmer. Kind is child, Zimmer is room. So how could we say child room? We need to write Kind and we need to write Zimmer, but in between of these we need to introduce Kinder, Zimmer. Yes, children room or child room would be Kinderzimmer, and it'll belong, the article would be of the last noun, that is Zimmer. So we write here das Kinderzimmer. Perfect. So have a look at the others, yes, and try to solve them. Cross-check with the answer book. Sure, you'll get the answers. And perfect. So this was a little lesson for today, for this time, and I'll see you soon. And in the next lesson, we'll be doing how to make genitive sentences, which is quite an interesting topic. So see you soon. Till then, bye-bye.